YouTube, LJ Draco here. Yes, as you can tell, I look a lot different from my previous videos. I've got no hair, or some hair, but majority none. My face is shaven. I liked my beard, but it was too itchy and causing too many problems due to the hot weather. It's just easier and safer to not have long hair or a big beard. Anyway, this is my collection overview. This is into the category of DC movies. Now, I don't have that many, to be honest, so I'm going to be teaming up some other comic book movies along with the DC movies, just to get them out of the way, because they're a very small pile for other comic book movies. I know that there's one comic book movie that I haven't got in this section, which was that Road to Perdition, but I forgot about it. Anyway, let's just get into this. So, starting off with the 3Ds. Batman vs Superman. The Martha storyline was just dumb, and Luther, just no. But I do enjoy Batfleck. I think he was a good and is a reasonable Batman. 3D, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Letterboxd. It's been a while, so I won't really remember this, but I'm pretty sure this is Letterboxd. If I am mistaken, I will put it somewhere. Next up is Justice League 3D. Now, this is full frame, and this by far is the best DC EU 3D Blu-ray to exist. It beats BVS, it beats Suicide Squad, it beats Man of Steel. This is definitely by far the best 3D for DCU. And I did not like this movie when I first watched it. I thought that it was really like try too hard kind of thing. They're trying to be way too much like Marvel. But I watched it recently. I had a second run through, and it's actually enjoyable. I do actually kind of like it. Next up is Suicide Squad. This is Letterboxd 3D. Reasonable 3D. I actually am a massive fan of this movie. The only person that I don't like is Joel Kinnaman, just because I think that his acting is very, very, very bland. He's a great guy, and he can be believable, but it didn't feel like he wanted to be in this movie. You know, that's the only reason why I'm not too keen on Rick Flag as a character. But the movie is good, and the characters are good, and the story was interesting. Wonder Woman, probably the best DCEU movie. 3D is amazing, it's Letterboxd, but the story-wise, probably the best telling. And to be honest, it was nice to see Wonder Woman brought into such a nice light, you know, like since the original show back in the day. Yeah, it was nice to hear. And of course, Green Lantern. Now, before anyone gives me shit about this movie, I actually kind of like it. It's not the best movie, it's very cheesy, and it's not very well done, I will admit. But I like bad movies, and I'm actually a fan of this. This is also Letterboxd 3D, but I enjoyed it. The 3D is good and the movie's interesting. I just hate the villain. Now to standard Blu-rays. So you got Batman 1989. This is a custom sleeve done by Ain't Got Time to Bleed. Really interesting movie. One of the probably the best. I would say the best Batman. Best Batman, but not the best Batman movie. Well, best movie Batman, because the original, Adam West. Love the man. Batman Returns. Now this is a better movie. I'm a massive fan of this. Also, yet again, it's another custom by Ain't Got Time to Bleed. Yeah, that's my favourite out of Michael Keaton's movies. Then we got Batman Begins. The Dark Knight. Now this is my favourite Batman movie. And yeah, people are gonna go, oh, just because of the Joker. Not really, because in fairness, this isn't just a Batman movie. This is also just a really interesting crime drama movie. If you was to take Batman out of the equation and use the Joker still as his character, who he is, this would make a very interesting like thriller drama. You know, it's the only Batman movie that exists today where if you took Batman out of it, it would still be a good standalone movie. All the others have to have Batman. This one kind of doesn't, which is why I like it. And then they failed by making Dark Knight Rises. Now, the better version of Suicide Squad, Batman Assault. Is it Assault on Arkham? Yeah, Assault on Arkham. The story is much better. 100 times better. The movie should be based on the story that's from this. But yeah, I enjoyed it. So far, my favorite Batman animated movie, Batman Gotham by Gaslight. Now, this was fucking fantastic. And as everyone knows, I'm a Londoner. Grew up in London. I grew up in Bethnal Green, where the Craig brothers grew up and lived. And I've said that over 100 times. But also, I was only 5 to 10 minutes down the road from Whitechapel, where Jack the Ripper was. This is based on Jack the Ripper in Gotham. It's freaking awesome. Now here's the movie you wondered probably why I don't have in 3D. Because the 3D was shit. But Man of Steel. I actually like Man of Steel, by the way. I actually really enjoyed the movie. Just the 3D. I did like the beginning. I like the origin. I like the battle between Zod and Jor-El. Pretty cool. V for Vendetta, another custom sleeve by Ain't Got Time to Bleed. Just an amazing movie about Guy Fawkes. Watchmen, probably by far my favourite comic book movie to exist. This beats any Marvel, any DC, and any other comic book movie just because of how dark and gritty this can be. And wow, I love how the heroes are so fucked up in this. Like, the heroes are technically villains to themselves. And I'm sorry, but the coolest comic book character on screen ever, Rorschach. Now, next one's Hellboy. Really love this movie. Ron Perlman, legend, will always be Hellboy in my eyes. Doug Jones as Abe Sapien as well. God love him. I hate the fact that it's being rebooted, but what can you do? The only thing that we can do is appreciate these ones. Custom sleeve also by Ain't Got Time to Bleed. And here's one that me and him worked on together for the sequel, Hellboy 2. I'm actually a really big fan of this cover. I think that the comic book arty design looks amazing. So this is Hellboy 2 in the Golden Army, my favourite out of the two. And then the last comic book movie is the movie that got me into collecting Blu-Rays, because I used to think that Blu-Rays were an expensive piece of shit until I bought this and put it on, and then I realised that the quality and picture was definitely better. Sin City, yet again, one of the other greatest gritty dark comic book movies to exist. It doesn't beat Watchmen in my eyes. I'm much more still a big fan of Watchmen, but Sin City is a very close runner-up. Anyway, that is the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video and previous videos, don't forget to strike the like for future videos. And if you're new to my channel, only see a couple of my videos, click that subscribe button down below. I'd surely appreciate it. Anyway, take care, you wonderful, wonderful people. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.